All right, what is going on, guys? UFC Fight Night, Cannonier versus Rodrigues ended last Saturday. Today is Tuesday. It's Matchmaker Tuesday. Let's get on to the matchmaking. Starting off with Edmen Shahbazyan. Originally, I was going to put Gregory Rodrigues with Edmen Shahbazyan, but I kind of wanted to go with the theme of keeping people that are on winning streaks fighting each other and keeping people on losing streaks fighting each other for the most part. Rankings kind of makes the difference. So starting with Edmen Shahbazyan, I think a good fight would be Cesar Almeida. I think Almeida's 1-1 in the UFC, or maybe he's 2-1. I can't recall. But he's on at least winning a fight right now. It would be a good striking test for Edmen Shahbazyan if he ever wants to make another run at the top 15. Almeida is definitely a good test in the striking department on the feet. Has a big hole in his game with the grappling, but so does Edmen Shahbazyan. So this would be for sure a fun striking matchup. Moving up, next, Walter Walker. So originally, he beat the number 15th ranked guy. So I assumed they were going to put him in the rankings, but they didn't. They put that Teixeira guy that has one fight in the UFC. I remember who he fought. One of the Tafa brothers. They both suck. I don't remember which one it was. I assumed he would be ranked, so I was going to give him Derek Lewis. He's not ranked, so I'm like, okay, I won't give him the Derek Lewis test. We're going to give him this bundle of joy here. Hamdi Abdelahab. He's won no contest in the UFC. Just came off that suspension and had the fight with I can't remember the guy's name. I want to say Jamal Pogues, but I don't know if that's his name or not. That got cut from the UFC. Even though I thought the other guy won the fight and Hamdi didn't. So let's go ahead, do Walter Walker, Hamdi Abdelahab. Walter should hopefully be able to dispatch him easily. He could get what he deserves for, doing steroids and cheating and still being a fat bastard. But yeah, that's not much to say about that fight. Moving up, Gabriel Bonfim. I've given him a step up in competition. Not a ranked opponent, but it is a step up in competition. And Philip Rowe. I don't know why he's so small there. But Philip Rowe hasn't fought in a while. The last person he fought was Randy Brown. Before that, I think it was Neil Magny. Lost both of those fights. So he's kind of needs to win one. And I know Bonfim has kind of been exposed already by Nicholas Dalby. So let's see if he can get past Philip Rowe. And then if he does, maybe give him one more fight in that top 15 opponent, depending on how the fight goes. And for Philip Rowe, he's getting older. He needs to start putting a win streak together if he wants to get up towards the top 15 of the division. Moving up, Angela Hill. Look, she's fought just about everybody in that strawweight division, the top 15. I got Lupe Godinez. I honestly can't remember if they fought before. I checked when I put these matches together, so this might be the second time they fought. But she's literally fought everybody around her, or people in the rankings are already booked around her. Lupe Godinez is not booked, that I know of as of right now. So I know it's a step up in the rankings, but she defended her spot. Godinez would probably get the win. I picked Godinez to win that fight, but not much else to say about that fight. It was kind of like an Angela Hill expected performance. Moving up, Andre Petroski. We're giving him what he wants. He needs to fight Bo Nickel. Bo Nickel, don't be a little baby. Don't be scared. You need to fight Andre Petroski. It's a good fight. It's a solid fight. And like I said in my post-fight video, I think it would probably be the best fighter he's fighting. I know on paper, Paul Craig has technically fought the better people and beaten good people. He has a couple of good wins. Paul Craig, he's washed up. He's done. All he does is pull guard and try to get a triangle. And if he can't get that, obviously he didn't do that with Bo Nickel, but he has no good striking. Paul Craig isn't good. Andre Petroski seems to be improving incrementally from fight to fight. Has good wrestling, good jiu-jitsu. The striking's probably his weakest point in his game, but it has been improving. I think this would be a solid fight. The question is, he's in the rankings. Bo Nickel's in the rankings now. So he can either take one more fight of an unranked opponent that would be seen as, lesser opposition, give him more experience in the cage, And then if he gets past Andre Petroski, then give him a step up in competition, up the rankings. And a lot of people in middleweight are booked up right now. Moving up, Calvin Kattar lost to Yusuf Zalal. Edson Barboza. I think this would be a great matchup. Two older veterans in the sport. Barboza's been around way longer. I believe he's like 38, 39 years old. So definitely way out of his prime. Kattar, what is he, like 35, 36 years old? So just tail into his prime as well. Barboza just had to pull out a fight that was supposed to be this weekend, I believe, in the UFC Seattle card. And for an undisclosed injury. So, he's injured. He'll be out for, a few months, presumably, rehabbing. Kattar just went through a 3-round fight, so he'll be out for a few months, presumably. So you could book them for maybe, like, late summer. That would be fun. I think that'd be fun. I can't remember if Barboza's still in the rankings or not. Even if he's not in the rankings, I still think that'd be a great striking matchup because it's not like either of these guys are going to be shooting for takedowns. And if Kattar did shoot for takedowns, I think Barboza has good enough takedown defense to not get taken down by Calvin Kattar. Moving up, Yusuf Zalal. I think you guys probably know who I'm going to pick. That's Brian Ortega. I think it was a good call out by Zalal. There's not much else to say. It's kind of unclear if Ortega is staying at featherweight or going up to lightweight. I know I saw things online that said he wants to go to lightweight. I think that's a terrible idea. He's already like kind of a weak featherweight. He doesn't need to go up to lightweight where the guys are even stronger. Like some of the guys that fight a lightweight could arguably fight a welterweight. So, I got like Jalen Turner or what's his name? Joel Alvarez I'm thinking of. I think it is. But there's some really big guys, at lightweight. Brian Ortega stay at featherweight. Defend your spot. I know you just did it versus Diego Lopez, but you lost. You got to do it again versus Yusuf. Moving up, Gregory Rodrigues gets finished in the 4th round. Chris Curtis. Chris Curtis is coming off of a loss himself. Finished loss to Roman Kopylov. With 1 second left, they stopped it. So arguably, they should have just let it keep going for the 1 more second. I think it would have been fine. But these guys are kind of both, they go on a streak, then they lose, and they trade wins and losses. Kind of both in the same boat in that aspect. I think this would be a great matchup. This would be a great addition to a pay-per-view. Or like a co-main event of the Fight Night, Apex Fight Night card. Yeah, I think it'd be a great solid fight. Moving up, Jared Cannonier, winner of the main event. He calls for somebody above him in the rankings. I don't have anybody selected. Like some of these guys, it's kind of hard to put a person in there. So I have 2 options. One, I know, I think out of anybody ahead of him in the rankings, he's lost to them. Outside of Dricus, but he's not going to fight for a title. The only person ahead of him in the rankings, he's not going to fight Kyle Braulio. He's beat Sean Strickland. So you could do him and Sean Strickland fight again. But I'd rather Sean Strickland fight Robert Whittaker. So let's say that those 2 are going to fight. That's a no-go. You could do the Israel Adesanya 2 rematch. Izzy, completely clean sweep. Beat him all 5 rounds of their fight. So if Izzy wants to get back on the winning track, I think Jared Cannonier would be a good opponent. And it would be a person he's already beat. And for Jared Cannonier, that'd be a win he could try and get back. So I think Israel Adesanya 2 is a decent option. If I remember correctly, I think I matched him up with Paulo Costa. I'm forgetting now. But, yeah, you could do Israel Adesanya 2. The other option I think you could do, which I know he'd have to be defending his position again, this weekend you're having Hernandez and... forgot his name. Why did I forget his name? Hernandez is fighting someone this weekend, both top ranked in the middleweight division. Why did I forget his name? Now it's gonna drive me freaking crazy. I'm gonna have to look it up because I forgot his name. If I just pull up the rankings here on my phone, I notice as soon as I see it. Brendan Allen. He's fighting Brendan Allen. So you could do the winner of Hernandez Allen fight Jared Cannonier, and if Jared Cannonier gets past that opponent, they're gonna be on relatively the same turnaround time. Meaning they're only fighting a week apart. The winner of that fight fights Jared Cannonier in the summer. That would be a great fight. Or if you want Cannonier to wait a little bit, maybe late summer, you could have him fight Izzy for the second time. So let me know in the comment section down below. What do you guys think of those fights? Do you have any better fights that you would make yourself? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers this year. Drop a like on the video. I'll see you guys in the next one.